So what I'm going to do this week is I'm going to jump into the Caravan system. This might be a system that's overlooked, or kind of people just think, oh, it's a part of the world, you know, I'll probably take part in it, but I really believe this is going to be key to the economy, how it affects the world of Vera, how it affects other guilds and potential alliances, even conflicts if you decide to jump one of these caravans, and then, you know, some beef ensues which could go on for weeks, months, who knows, it could really cause some serious drama. But not just that, personally using these to shift your resources about. Caravans are in-game PvP system that allows you to transfer a large amount of goods from one place to another, or one player to another, and what they can do is they can supply resources and certain things to, say, a big node, a metropolis, or a castle node, or even your freehold, potentially providing you with the ingredients, the things you need for maybe cooking, maybe blacksmithing, even animal husbandry. Now, when it comes to PvP in Caravans, it doesn't have the same death penalties or the same procedures of our open world PvP. You're not going to have these death penalties. The Caravans are going to have their own little zone of influence, their own little bubble that you can participate and take part in this PvP in that set area. So when you choose to start a caravan, it's automatically going to flag you for combat, and what that's going to do is it's going to create a little zone of influence, a little bubble around you where PvP can take place. You'll be able to choose whether you're going to attack or defend this caravan, but it's not going to be totally random, so players are going to be able to show their intent. Are they going to attack you? Are they going to be defending with you via a UI window that I imagine is just going to pop up in world, so you're not just going to get totally jumped. You do have a little bit of time to plan or prepare yourself for this attack or the defense you're going to be helped with. So just remember though, if you choose to attack this caravan and you choose to attack this guild or this allies guild that they're protecting the loot of, you've got to make sure it's worth your while, but you're not going to be able to know exactly what's in there, or you're going to kind of have to make an estimated guess. There's maybe going to be some gold shown or some other type of thing. I don't know how that's going to play out, how Intrepid's going to do that, but you'll have to kind of estimate, should I attack this? Is this worth my while? And from that, like, educated guess, then you can go ahead and choose whether or not it's worth the beef and the heat you're going to get from attacking this guild's caravan. Not just that, you're going to have incentives to actually want to take part in this, so it's not like something that's just going to go past and there's no benefit. If you're an attacker and you've maybe successfully attacked a lot of caravans, the chance and percentage of the loot drop on this one could be much higher, and if you want what's on this or you think actually this is gold, then you're going to be incentivized to attack this. But then at the same time, it also says the defenders have a chance of getting rewards, so maybe if you're a mercenary guild and you've successfully protected caravans, maybe there'll be some reward drop for you, maybe there'll be some buff, or maybe it'll be like a big chunk of XP. We don't really know yet, and Intrepid hasn't dipped too much into that, but I'm curious to see how that plays out within the game. Who knows, it might not even be a physical drop there and then, or a reward there and then. It might be something like Guild Wars, when some of these events are going on and you do quite a few of them and it builds up, and then you reach the score or you reach the goal, and then it unlocks an achievement, and maybe then you'll get some type of loot drop bag, or maybe some title or status, something along them lines. Now if you do successfully siege or destroy this caravan, what's going to happen is all the loot's going to go everywhere, all over, and you're going to quickly have to come and grab that and get that. But the thing is, if there's someone on the sidelines and they don't want link to this or don't want beef from actually attacking, they can run in and quickly grab this loot and steal it off you. So you're going to have to be very careful that people don't jump in and just steal that last minute. But not just that, so as well as having to deal with these scavengers who are coming in to just grab this stuff, these components from the caravan will fall on the floor, and the owner can then pick them up as BPs, but then at the same time, if you're faster, you can get to them. Now I don't know how this is going to play out, how scavengers will come into play, and how the owners will be able to grab stuff. And you know, these items, if they're super heavy, they'll just be BPs, so it's not like you're going to be weighed down. You really can just loot this stuff and just get out of there ASAP before reinforcements come into play. And then what's your next protocol? Well, what you're going to do with these certificates is you're going to go to where that caravans came from, to that node. You're going to hand these in and you're going to get a reward. So what type of caravans are you going to have? Well, you're going to have mayoral caravans, you're going to have quest driven caravans, and player driven caravans. So to dip into the first one, the mayors are going to send out these caravans to establish trade routes with other nodes. Now, these isn't a lot of information I could find in little snippets, so what I kind of gathered is, for example, using a game like Atlas, on there you have these markets and you send shipments back and forth using boats and trade with other alliances and other nodes, and it's a nice way of getting resources from further out areas without having to venture out yourself. So I imagine it's going to be somewhat along these lines. Now, I could be wrong there and things could change, but that's kind of the hints and the ideas I'm getting and the vibe of that at the minute. So the next one is quest driven caravans. So what that'll be is, say for example you've got like a quest and your guild has to do some quest line or doing something to achieve a thing within the world of Veda, you'll maybe get 100 logs or 100 type of this rare resource, and then you need to send this as part of your quest to another node, and then you have to get it there. But not only that, you have to survive, and so does the loot, so you might have to do these quests quite a few times to succeed. Now, a little benefit to the quest driven ones that will make it not so hard is that you can upgrade the roads. So if the roads have been upgraded, the speeds of the caravan are going to be faster, and not only that, you're going to have multiple routes, so it's not going to be as easy to track down this and just jump you and take your stuff. So now getting into something that like I really am looking forward to, and that's personal caravans. I know I'm going to be using these a lot. So personal caravans are going to be initiated by the player. The path is directed by me or by the player, and it can be launched from any point of storage, and they're going to come in varying sizes. So the reasons to use a personal caravan is, in the world, you're going to be limited to the amount you can carry. So you're going to be able to carry one thing, your mule's going to be able to carry 10 times that, and then a caravan can carry 100 times that. So you'll need to use personal caravans, for example, to transfer goods from a node to your freehold, or for another example, maybe you're out farming iron or something heavy and you want to ship that from there to your node or to your freehold, just to make it more efficient and easier for you to get these resources. Now, to transport this stuff, you're going to need these things called crates. The higher the quality of the crate, the more your caravan's going to be able to hold, but you will need to use crates to ship things back and forward within the game. So how do you make these personal caravans? Well, you're going to get certificates to create a caravan, and these are going to be gained from an NPC within the node or from certain points of interest within the world, and these certificates are made up of multiple components. So for example, you're going to have axles or chassis or wheels or the actual physical structures of these caravans that you're going to be able to customize, and this is going to affect armor rating. So you're talking damage mitigation, the capacity it can carry, the hit points, so the overall health or the maneuverability, not just that, the speed and the steeds, and also that nicely stems into animal husbandry. If your breeder or your tamers have been working hard on getting a good line for these caravans, some good horses or whatnot, you really are going to have the advantage. And if you compile all this and use this efficiently, you could make an absolute beast of a caravan, and when these guys come to raid you, they're gonna have a tough time. So for me, these are gonna be like a really funny system and fun system. Like, I know I've got some members within my guild where I've experienced before. I'm gonna be in party with them, and I know at certain situations I might not be there, and I might lose one of these caravans, and honestly, some of the reactions of them trying to rummage together, grab a steering wheel or grab one of these BPs and just try and get out of there and be, you know, salvage as much as they can. And I know at the same time it might be stressful for folk, but I'm looking forward to seeing how it plays out and how these really affect the world of Veda, and how we can get involved and how we can maybe defend or attack these little things. I really hope, yet again, you've kind of learned something from the videos. Now, I know I don't have 100% of all the information, it's constantly changing and we're learning new stuff, but I'm trying to keep it as factual as possible, so when you come and you do learn something, you can get something from the video and they're enjoyable. If you think you're going to take part in the Caravan system, or you're going to miss it out, or maybe there's something I've missed or something you want to enjoy, drop it down in the comment section. What do you think? Is there anything that you are looking forward to? Is there anything you would like to know? Is there anything you want to see on my future videos? If you drop that down there, I always get back to every comment, and like I've said before, I really do enjoy the conversations and some of the opinions down there. And while I'm progressing and learning and editing and tweaking and, you know, finding out new information, these comments are vital because it teaches me new stuff I've missed out, and then I can improve and constantly try and put out real factual videos. But just bear in mind, when you are watching these videos, it is pre-alpha 2 footage and it's still in development, but I really do appreciate you watching the videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.